And we're live.
Going.
Good morning, everyone.
Good
Thank you for
morning,
tuning in.
everyone.
I'm one of the hosts, Tom Butler, and this is my co-host.
AD Factoretti.
I'm on the first paper towel. A little wet this morning.
Yeah, I spilled some water. I was engrossed in what we were saying, and I just
Talking about
giants, height,
giant genetics,
vertically challenged,
vertically gifted, and how
gifted.
me and AD are vertically challenged at 6'2" and 6'1.5". We are very vertically challenged. And everyone,
Feels like-
everyone watching that's under 6 foot's probably like, you guys suck.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I still want to be 6'5". Like, I still
Oh,
want to be
100%. I wish I was 6'5". It's just cool.
I would look so much.
I'm
so
extremely
much
grateful to God that I don't over 6 feet. I think of every day.
Yeah.
I'm like, thank you for being over 6 feet.
It's true, man, because I didn't get to pick that.
Yeah, no,
It
that's
was
for
freely
blessed.
given to me.
Yeah, that's one of the things that, you take a lot of things for granted, but that, like, just that tall height is huge.
It is huge.
So, my friend,
Yeah.
I feel like we haven't really discussed, like, current, I guess, like, things we're working through or problems. It's been probably like a couple of weeks, so I'm just curious, like, and we don't see each other as much now that, the last probably 4, 5 months, maybe almost 6 months since, like, my season really started.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious, like, anything new going on? Like, I know you started a new job, but anything else, like, you're working through? I mean, you look really good. Like, I see, like, steady progress with, like, the weight coming off. I see it in your face, I see it in your arms. I'm sure you probably feel it too, but anything else going on?
No, man, pretty much it's just been work in the process, right? So, I would say that now I'm very much so simplifying everything. So, new job, now it's just learning the systems, being effective, and just like being excellent with that time allotted. And then it's also being consistent with the training. So, when I started seriously 3 months ago, I made the decision to actually change. Like, just to really go all in. Like, I wasn't lifting as much. It was just fasting and things of that nature. But now, like, thanks to people like yourself that advise to, like, weight train, I feel like now my metabolism is getting up. So that has been helping significantly. So I've been lifting, like, 3 to 5 times a week, which is nice. So my workouts are very short. Like, most of the time, I'm strength training for, like, 15 to 20 minutes. And I'm just in the sauna for 15 minutes. So it's like, so I'm able to have more frequent workout because I really like that sweat in the beginning of the day. Today I'm taking a rest day because I went pretty hard this week. So, I went Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
So I really needed this rest day to kind of like recover. I'm not even gonna go into the gym today at all. But it's been great, man, and I pretty good support group. I've been mainly mentoring like in the morning because I just don't have enough time. My work to home is like an hour, so
Each way.
yeah. But then my daughter in the morning, I have to drop her off in preschool. She's going to preschool around my parents, so that makes my journey to work like an hour 30 or something like that. The good news is I don't have a designated time to be in the office. Like, my job gives me 100% autonomy. Just gotta show up. So whether it's show up for an hour or show up for 2 hours, but I try to go in at least 7 to 9 hours a day because there's people that walk in that you otherwise would not. It's just being there.
And is it different type of clientele than you experienced in the past?
Yeah,
Walking in the bank, like, is it more higher end clientele?
definitely higher end, 100%. It just has to be. I think it also comes with the area. Yeah, definitely comes with the area, but yeah, definitely higher end, man. A lot of business owners in that area, like the Colts Neck area. The place is very good. Like,
Colts Neck has
very, very wealthy individuals. So, like, it's been great, right? And people are just receptive. They're open. It's just a different culture. So I really love it.
Yeah.
And I definitely am very excited for like me and my wife. We've already been looking at properties closer to that area because it just makes sense.
I've discovered, like, you want land and stuff, and there is actually, like, Colts Neck specifically, it's very expensive, but there is, like, besides just there's a lot of land down there.
Yeah, which is sick.
Like,
Because I didn't believe that you could be that close to the city and have that much land. So yeah, so we're looking at it, but yeah, you know, there's no place that's gonna be worth our time that's under 1.1, 1.2 million.
Are you saying Teaneck or Colts Neck?
Colts Neck.
Like South Jersey?
You said Colts Neck, right? That's
Yeah,
what you're, yeah, Colts Neck, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Colts Neck area. But Colts Neck is not too far from the city though. Like it's on the it's relatively. Like I'm saying like if you would draw a line. But
Yeah.
Colts Neck area, like area surrounding area.
Yeah.
But Colts Neck is part of it is in Bergen County, right? Or no? Am I tripping? Let me just
No.
because maybe wait, sorry. This is very important. I'm just
Colts Neck is like South Jersey.
Colts Neck. Wait, let me make sure I'm not tripping.
About Teaneck or Colts Neck?
Oh, I think I'm talking about Teaneck actually. Yeah.
I was
Colts
saying,
Neck is deep. Wait.
yeah, that's why I was kind of confused.
Oh yeah, it's not too far from
No.
the city. Colts Neck, yeah. I see your point though. Oh yeah. Yep. Middleton Township. The Staten Island is right there. Yeah, it's not too far from the city. It's
No.
like- yeah, so but I mean it's relative, right? But yeah, Teaneck will definitely be closer than that. But yeah, I was looking in that area, but yeah, that is South Jersey. That's south. That's wicked south. But yeah, I was looking at Colts Neck and then also some areas in Bergen County just to kind of compare because I really do want land, bro. It's hard because it's like the commute is long, but I also don't want to be in the city, but I work like kind of in the city area. So that's really what I've been talking about. So I think within the next, I know I said 3 to 5 years, but I think it may be sooner, maybe like 12 to 18 months might move closer to where I'm working. So
I love it.
we mentioned Livingston and stuff like that. So I don't know, man. I don't know where we're going to end up deciding on.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, potentially that's going to be something that's sooner rather than later. I thought it in my mind. I thought it'd be like a 5-year thing, but it may end up actually be sooner. You know,
No, I love that.
May. Yeah.
No, that's really cool.
Yeah. So that's kind of like what's going on in my life.
I like to, because there's like my perspective, like if we, zoned out, like back in like January and February, like you're saying like, yeah, like I wasn't really lifting for like, 15, 20 minutes, doing a solid 15, 20 minutes. Versus I feel like people don't understand, like it doesn't have to be a marathon workout, it doesn't have to be a killer
Bro,
90 minute
hours back.
I know it's January, February, like you were doing like more powerlifting stuff and like, you were like doing sometimes 2-hour workouts twice a day, like, and again, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
If you have the time, you like it, like people like it, but like, I think my perspective is like, what is actually sustainable and what, like if I'm working out 4 hours every day or 2 hours every day, like, can I do this for the next 6 months? Can I do this for the next year? Can I do the next 5 years?
No.
Or can I work out, 30 minutes, 20 minutes a day, 3 to 5 days a week, and like actually, like you said, you feel so good from sweating. It's like equating, like, okay, yeah, fitness, obviously, everyone equates like working out with like how you physically look. But I think when you really get into it, like, it's more so for the, mental
Yes.
and like the health benefits of like, feeling good.
Yep.
But like also like mentally for me, it's more like clearing my head. Like that's my biggest stress reliever.
I agree with you.
Because like I don't have any, I used to have escapes like from reality, and like I don't have that anymore. So like that's my release, and like I don't want to get mad at like people I work with. So like that's where I let that out. So I think it's like you channel it, but I think that's huge that like you're like, 15 minutes working out, 15 minutes working out, 15 minutes sauna, I feel amazing, like, and like that's real. Because honestly, most people, like, it's all diet, really. It's diet and sleep. It's diet, sleep, and stress, then working out. If we're talking about just pure weight loss.
Yeah.
But I do think working out is crucial for what weight we do lose.
Yeah.
So it does help with weight loss, but not as much as people think. But also, I think it's more important about lifting while losing weight, so we maintain the muscle.
Yeah.
And about how you look after.
And like to your point, like I definitely feel as though I'm having progress. Like, since I started in October last year, I've been working out a lot. I have worked out a lot of hours. I got a thing from my phone actually 2 days ago. It's like your average workout time has decreased, daily workout time has decreased by 21 minutes. But I'm like actually getting results now, and I kind of chuckled to myself. I'm like, so I'm spending less time in the gym, but I'm getting better results. But in me getting those better results, I do find myself having to like just snap back into reality, because like it is very exciting seeing the results. But then on top of that, like a part of me, like the insatiable, like competitive spirit is like, oh snap, like you can do more, like you know what I mean, like, and it's almost like taking away the joy from the progress that I made, if that makes any sense. So like, although I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, wow, like I am leaner, and I'm like looking at myself, I'm like, damn, but I still am so fat, like, you know what I mean? It's like a mentality to yeah, exactly. So I guess definitely being candid, that's something else that I'm definitely trying to work through, like being happy of the progress I made and how my clothes are feeling better, but not being complacent to now go back and regress and be like bad habits again, number one. And then number two, not enjoying the process, which I think is a good segue, because now it's like, it's not like it's duty for me to go to the gym, because I do enjoy it, but I'm just so obsessed now with just getting under 300 pounds or just getting to my goal, that I'm not really like smelling the roses of the progress, if that makes any sense. You know?
But I think like one thing I think you're like being aware of, which is good, is like, okay, falling in love with the process and the journey, because realistically, if you want to do this in a way that you want to keep it off forever, you've got to do this for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
That's the thing, you got to find what works for you. Like, it sounds like this, you found like a sweet spot to workouts. I don't know what that looks like currently, but like, you got to find, and that's where I realized is like, because before I really like found my path, like I was doing like, you know, I'd lose, you know, I'd be on a crazy strict diet, crazy workout plan, I would get amazing shape, but it wasn't sustainable. So like I would kind of like bounce back a little bit, gain a little weight, then look as good, then feel like okay, I got to tighten it up again. It's just like a seesaw.
Yes.
You know? And then I finally said like, I want to be like in a certain shape for the rest of my life, and I don't want to seesaw. I want to be like summer bod, like, you know, people like, it's normal.
Summer body, winter body.
Yeah, like bowl
summer
cut.
Body, yeah, bowl cut.
Bowl cut, like, you know, and I didn't want that cycle. There is something to be said about bulk cutting if like you're purely like, I want to gain as much muscle as possible. There is, I think, people dirty bulking too much, but I do think there's something to be said about bulking and cutting. But from my perspective, I want to be in shape all the time and feel physically good. So like, that's why I decided like, what can I do that I love and enjoy doing, like eating, workouts, for the rest of my life. Yeah. And that's where I found this. It took longer, like to get to where I wanted to go. Yeah. But it did in a way where I now have maintained it like for 2 years. Yeah. Without like the seesaw, like in the past, I would have it for like, I'd maintain like, you know, this body type for like 3 months, and then like I'd bounce back and like, you know, gain like, you know, not super amount of weight, but like 8 to 10 pounds, like start to look puffy, didn't feel physically as good because I was eating different foods, like, you know, and just like wasn't, like I just wasn't happy with myself. So it was just, for me, I was like, I needed, like, what do I love to eat? What foods do I love eating that I could eat for the rest of my life, and like workouts I could do for the rest of my life that are realistic. Yeah. Yeah. And I think like you're in the workout space where it's like, I like these workouts and I could do this.
I could do them forever. And it's like, it's just very freeing, honestly, just going in and just knowing that, like, I'm looking at the clock and I'm like, all right, now I've been doing this for 15 minutes. I feel a pretty good burn. I'm going to go into sauna. I'm going to show. Like, it's not overexerting myself. And I also, like, I think we've discussed this as well. Like, I had a friend, Jordan. He's like, yo, AD, like, you know, like, me and the guy were working out and you know, because he has like a home gym and all that stuff. We were working out, man. I think it would be great for you to be around, spend time with us. I literally looked at him and I was like, Jordan, like, I actually don't like the way you guys work out. Like, I'm just not interested in it. And, you know, like, I'm not coming. Like it's not like, you know how politely you're like, hey, yeah. Someone, I like couldn't even lie to him. Like, my mindset is so locked in now.
I love that though.
I'm like, dude, like, you know.
What type of workouts is it?
Dude, I don't, like, they're just, I don't know, like, just shoulder. I don't know, man. I don't care.
Bodybuilding-esque, or is it like CrossFit-esque?
It's probably like
CrossFit
/ military /
abuse.
Not even abuse. It's just like, I just don't want to do it. I just prefer to just be in my LA Fitness, put in my time, and then just sit in the sauna. There's no light in the sauna. I love how dark it is. I like that. Like, you know, I'm enjoying that process, and it's yielding me results.
It's reflective, probably.
Yeah, dude. It's just like, you know, I'm driving 11 minutes. I don't want to drive 25, 30 minutes to go to work.
Because the thing, like,
Because it's like I'm
gotta
just
save for every
inconvenient.
time.
I'm just inconveniencing myself just for the sake of like spend time with them. Which I know they might argue that it's not a good thing, but like right now I'm spread so thin that like
that dog's good.
I just in this time of my life it's just not. It just doesn't make sense. Now, if this was something to be talked about 18 months from now, when I'm like down another 80 pounds, and let's say maybe my workout frequency is twice a week or 3 times a week, like you know what I mean? Like maybe I can accommodate, or I have a vacation,
Yeah.
but I just don't have a vacation right now to do
But I
that.
think I'm honestly proud of you. I think this is something that you don't usually do. Is say no. to things.
Exactly.
But I'm happy for you because, like, honestly,
And he was shocked. I can tell he was shocked.
But I'm proud of you because
Yeah.
this is something I'm working because, like, I realize saying yes is saying no to something else.
Yeah.
But you saying no is saying yes to yourself and the
Yeah.
commitment you made to yourself there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm staying on my path. Like, hey, it's no hard feelings. It wasn't like, no, I'll never work out. It's like, hey, no, I
Like right now, like I just can't. I really can't. Like it's great that you guys are having great conversations and great time spent together, but like I'm good.
You got a new job. You got 2 kids.
I'm
like,
actually good.
You're on your path.
Like I have my workout buddies now,
Yeah.
Steve Gray and Aquazi. Steve's really been working out seriously now, man. It's amazing.
I love to see it.
But yeah, man, it's just like I just can't I can't lie to you guys. And it's like, okay, what's the point of me going there for one day, blowing up my whole week, and just like for what? And then I'm maybe overly sore and I end up falling off the bandwagon of what I'm doing. I can't jeopardize my like a couple of my friends are doing Spartan races and I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna do that with you because I don't want to do that. That sounds terrible. That actually sounds terrible. I know you guys are challenging yourself, but I have enough challenge as a father, like they're fathers too, but I feel like me being a father is challenging enough, and this journey I'm on is challenging enough, both career-wise and personally.
3 years from now, you know, when you're sitting at like 240, 250,
Oh,
then you can have that conversation if you want to.
Yeah.
But I think you're doing the exact right thing.
exactly, man.
I think that's beautiful.
I just don't want I don't feel like I need to shock myself to do. It's like, no, dude, I'm already down the path.
Mm-hmm.
I've already dropped 40, 50 pounds. Like now it's just continue.
Yeah.
Job done yet? Job's not done. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And that's the thing, like, it sounds sexy, it sounds like fun, but like, because honestly, for me, I just, you know, my perspective, I did the Murph workout on Memorial Day, the morning, and I worked that day. That workout crushed me.
Yeah.
Because, like, if I did that workout in, like, January, February, I wouldn't be that bad. Because, like, my stress levels are down or what have you. But doing that, you know, after, you know, putting since, like, March, April, May, like, 3 hard months of, like, real working, plus that exact weekend, like, I did a Murph workout in the morning, I had to go work.
Yeah.
Like, I was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like, that whole week I was destroyed. Not just physically, but, like, mentally. Because, like, I over like
use your will. Like that day you used because your calf had been bothering you, but you're like, nah, I'm gonna figure out a way to find myself.
I put like whatever athlete tape. I haven't ran. It's the first time I ran in a year, and like it was just excruciating pain, but also just like the stress of like that super high rep and like all that in like that short time, like just on my like nervous system, like I didn't feel normal. Like not like even physically sore, just like mentally normal from that workout until like probably 5 days after that.
Yeah, and I can't afford the situation.
And like that's the thing. It's like, you know, even me like running a business, I was like, oh, like and like, you know, I was like, geez. And then for you, for example, like you have a new job, 2 kids.
I'm also running a business. I'm in wealth management. That is 100% of business.
You have your business.
I have to build assets under management. I have to build relationships. Like,
and you're starting out again. Like
100%. I started literally from scratch. So like it's like, yeah, dude. So I'm leaving work 5:30 every day, and it takes me an hour to get. So I'm at home 6:30. Yeah, I get home 6:30. So it's like, bro, like I really can't be spread out anymore. Mm-hmm. But like I love it, like because of like the monotonous efficiency of my training that's yielding results in weight loss gives me faith that the monotony of going to work and doing all the things that I feel like I'm not making an impact in the day is going to push me forward. Because like right now I'm in the stage of my career, my new company, like brand new systems, brand new information, 50 times as many products as I had in my life. So it's like learning all the arrows in my quiver, learning the breadth of my arsenal, learning how to now use that to now take it, not that to deploy it in this moving environment that we are, because the rates are there's a lot of things happening, election rates, economy, like there's a lot of stuff happening. So it's like I couldn't have picked a better time to do it because it's so challenging, but I love it. I literally love it. So like it's just so interesting, like the perspective of crushing, because pressure does make diamonds, but now it's a matter of like, all right, how do I allow this pressure that I'm feeling on my back not to dissuade me from my goal? How do I make sure that this pressure refines me rather than this pressure is something that I just try to escape or I try to live with and hope that it comes off my back? Because pressure at our age, 28, 29 right now, is super important, because like in the grand scheme of our whole life, should we be blessed to live a very long life, because you know no one knows their days, but like it's super important, because like right now a lot of people just blow away this time, but like we're putting ourselves in situations with responsibilities that like are beyond our years technically, right? So but like now how do we not squander it? Because even in our efficacy with our time, we can still squander the types of responsibility we have and the type of freedoms we have relative to the amount of energy that we have. Because we're never going to have as much energy as we have now.
We'll never be this young.
Yeah.
Because we'll look back like 40 years, like, you know, remember we were 28 as young men, like the energy, the longevity.
Bouncing back, going to bed at like 11, 12, waking up at 4.
Even like last night, like, you know, I went to bed like 11:30.
Yeah, I went to bed late too, man.
Yeah, and
my daughter clogged the toilet with some steak. She just flushed some steak down the toilet. I didn't know. I was like, what's going on with this thing? So me and Steve actually got like a snake, and a huge chunk of steak came out.
Raw?
No, it was cooked steak. Like she didn't eat it. I thought she ate it, but she just flushed it down the toilet downstairs. So it's like, bro, like what? So I'm fighting with this thing for 3 hours last night. Now the plumber still not fully fixed. Like it's flushing, but it doesn't have enough pressure. But yeah, dude, it's like great. But I can't imagine dealing with that 20 years from now. 20 years from now, when she's 23, like she's not gonna give me that problem. Like,
yeah.
But there's some people who are having their first child at 40, 48 years old.
Later.
And by then, my daughter is like old enough to have her own kids.
Or a lot of people that are in their second marriage and they're in the 50s or 60s having kids again. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah. No, I think the problem is, I think we're wired, like, to have kids younger. Like, it's like meant to be, but I think just with, like, you know, the way society, especially, like, I just see from a female perspective, like, the family unit's kind of been, like, looked down upon in a sense. And it's like, no, girl, work on your career, focus on, you know, become a boss bitch, like, you know. Like,
I love the way you said that.
But it's like,
no, girl.
Yeah, like that's what I say. It's like, no, girl, you don't need no man. Like, go get that. Like, go be a hotshot lawyer. Go be that doctor. Like, go. But these girls that, you know, they forgo their prime, actually, their birthing years, which is in their 20s, like their prime youth, to like have healthy, happy kids. Yeah. And they go focus all that energy, or on like their career, being on law school, a doctor, or even worse, they go focus on like, I'm gonna go have fun and party and like, you know, like do whatever I want and just like sleep around, like, which I think is even worse. Yeah. But they think like, you know, and then they're like 32, 34. Just say a normal trajectory for a doctor. They do their undergrad, they do their 4 years of medical school, residency, all that. By the time they're like done with school,
34,
they're 30, 33, 34.
And then they have a bunch of
debt. And they have $500 to $600, $800,000 worth of debt. Yeah. And they're like, what man wants me? You know, because and those hours.
Also, on top of that, I feel part of the reason that they're going that route is that there are not a lot of men out there. There's a lot of boys. So like, because of the market having a lot of boys versus men, there's no incentive, or they don't even see the value in having a life partner, because there's a bunch of boys, a bunch of video game playing, Arrested Development looking like boys. Like there's 35, 40-year-old men that are playing Fortnite 4 or 5 hours a day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, or Call of Duty. It's like it makes sense why they're behaving that way. Is because there's no men. Like if there was more people like actually men walking around, there would be something to work towards.
Yeah.
But now it's like, dude, these ladies get a man. They'll be lucky if they're only taking care of him financially. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
they're basically their mom. They're mom.
Exactly, dude. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you got all these single mothers that are playing both the mother and father role. So there's going to be dysfunction in the raising. The son is either going to be, not either, it's going to be over coddled and over pampered. So.
Yeah, no, I agree with you 100%.
So the family unit being under attack causes huge dysfunction in society. Because now there's a lot of men that have stunted development, and now there's a lot of women growing up in that dysfunction, and they're like, it's like, what do we do, right? So we're unicorns now, like, you know, walking around, focused, owning property, like having vision, having drive, having purpose. It's like rare. So, and then now as a man, it's like, all right, what do I do with that? Do I stick the course and try to find someone that's like-minded as me? Or do I use the commodity that I have to take advantage of the marketplace, right? Like,
which a lot of men do.
Exactly.
And it's very, very common for like the alpha men, like even like,
Yeah,
you know, like
just
the
do whatever
Andrew
they want.
Tates of the
Do
world.
whatever they want.
You know, like it's so interesting. They're so like locked in with like their workouts, with business, you know, whatever, like with their mindset. But then, like you said, everyone's got something device, and then it's like women
sleeping around with women who
they can.
are unsatisfied with the men that are in their immediate circle. So now the value that they bring is the fact that these women who are looking for a man to take charge, they're taking charge. However, these men are not committing to any of them.
And actually,
They're nomads.
I don't know if this is true or not, but I read something that like men and women, when they have like intercourse, they release different chemicals.
Yeah.
So women, when they have intercourse, they release oxytocin. Mm-hmm. Men, when they have intercourse, they release testosterone. But when they love the person, they release oxytocin.
Wow.
So this is why, like, for example, like you have a female that